Never give a girl everything she wants. If you believe in the concept of happy wife, happy life, you've already lost. Your relationship's already over. You also need to understand this concept that women are the cherry and you are the cake. So you make decisions for you, and your priorities should be you, your mission, and then her, maybe, as the third one. As a man, you cannot relax. You must maintain your masculine edge and be the leader in your relationship, or your relationship will go to ruin. Hello and welcome to the heliosblog. My name is Helios. Today, how to keep your relationship. This is something that all men and women want to know. Listen till the end. You'll be glad you did. So, for men and women, relationships mean different things. For men, relationships mean constant access to sex. And for women, they're the key to a happy life. So they're different, right? And this, of course, is based on the concept that men and women are different. And of course, men and women are incentivized to keep their relationships for different reasons. And understanding these points that I'm about to tell you will lead to greater understanding, of course, but also happier relationships for you. Okay, let's get into it. So what is the most common ruiner of relationships? This should come as no surprise. The most common ruiner of relationships is money. Yes. And this means that a large part of preventing the problem of the ruin of relationships is becoming a man of value. If you as a man desire a wife and children, then you must work to be in the top 20% of earners. And that is because of hypergamy. Women desire a man who does better than them in life. Taller, stronger, smarter, faster, and of course, more money. In fact, they did do a study related to, I think it was divorce and money, and they found that unless the man makes, I think, 64% more money than the partner, than the wife, that divorce is more likely, something like that. So, you as a man need to make sure you're making like $10,000 US per month, and if you do, you're already preventing the biggest problem in relationships. Of course, earning that kind of money will also allow you to have leverage. It will allow you to control the frame of the relationship because you can be the provider. And the woman has something to lose by leaving you. She loses the lifestyle that she gets by being with you. Another common ruiner of relationships is this other thing that happens to many men. It's called betaization. So it's the idea that men lose their edge as they become comfortable in relationships. Basically, betaization is death by 1,000 concessions. So a good way to prevent this problem from happening is to understand this maxim. And the maxim is the following: never give a girl everything she wants. If you believe in the concept of happy wife, happy life, you've already lost. Your relationship's already over. You also need to understand this concept that women are the cherry and you are the cake. So you make decisions for you, and your priorities should be you, your mission, and then her, maybe, as the third one. As a man, you cannot relax. You must maintain your masculine edge and be the leader in your relationship, or your relationship will go to ruin. You've been warned. So what must men do to maintain their relationships? So men must maintain their competitive edge in order to maintain their relationships. They must remain the badass that she fell for when they first met you. So, if you're unable to put in the work to maintain your strength in the relationship, your relationship will die. And here's the thing. As a man, you are going to be responsible in your life not just for your girl, but also for your children. So, of course, you need to be strong. You need to build yourself up to be able to support all those people. And this also applies to your job. You cannot lose your ability to protect and to provide. Women's love is contingent on your ability to protect and provide. Should you lose it, you lose your relationship too. Women's love is not for free. It is conditional. This means No getting fat and lazy in your relationships. You've been warned. What must women do to keep their relationship? In order for a woman to keep her relationship, she has to put in the work to be the same woman she was when they first met. Basically, she has to maintain the following qualities: fit, feminine, submissive, sexually loyal, and cooperative. Of course, a woman cannot prevent herself from aging, but if she has those traits, she'll be attractive indeed. If she fails to maintain those qualities, though, it means that her attraction, and by extension her respect for you, is waning. See, here's the thing. A woman that loves you will want to put in the effort to maintain your attraction for her. So she's going to want to do the behaviors that you want to see. She's going to want to be that girl that you want her to be. And of course, if she stops showing you the behaviors that you like, it means that you slipped in your ability to protect and provide. Either you let her do whatever she wanted and set no boundaries, or you became a weak leader compared to what you were at the beginning. A woman who feels she has to work to keep you and who feels that she cannot get away with anything she wants is one that's going to be maximally attracted to you. Something else that's very important is she has to understand, she has to believe that you can get other women, that you can get other options. And if she believes that you can't, that you're not attracted to other women, you're going to have a very bad time. So don't forget these things. Okay, so let me go one step further. Let me explain why the modern gynocentric social order, the matriarchy, and womanism, why they're bad for relationships, why it's bad for relationships. So womanism is bad for relationships because it encourages women to act more masculine and it encourages men to act more feminine. So rather than having the natural polarity that's necessary for maintenance of long-term relationships, rather than that, it encourages men and women to be the same. It's egalitarian, equalist, and it's culturally Marxist. And life is not equalist, life is not Marxist, life is biological, and it runs on the concept of the Pareto principle, as well as the principle of natural selection, and of course on competition. So, womanism teaches the vast majority of the population the incorrect strategies that they need in order to have successful relationships. And so, over time, more and more people end up miserable. Just look at how many women are taking antidepressant medication nowadays and tell me that things are going well. If women act more masculine, they act less feminine, less submissive, and are less sexually loyal. And all of these things are of paramount importance to men. And if men become more feminine, they stop working on being powerful protectors and providers. They stop working on being leaders and care more about equality and treating everybody with respect. And of course, those are necessities for female attraction. So, both men and women ruin their time by behaving as feminism demands. And this, in turn, leads to misery and the destruction of our society, because society is built by average people having relationships and having children. But of course, when the current cultural climate teaches both men and women incorrectly, the average person has no idea what to actually do in order to be attractive. And so the average person is ruined. And of course, if the average person is ruined in society, then society crumbles along with it. Womanism encourages the average person's relationships to have weak foundations, and a society with weak foundations is a dead society. It's literally the fall of the Roman Empire again. Conclusion. It's clear that the ruin of relationships is money, but also the weakening of the masculine-feminine polarity caused by womanism. Womanism has truly damaged relationships between men and women, and this is especially true for average people, and this is why the West is collapsing. Luckily, an awareness of the truth, due to this modern, movement to understand the truth, this is the neo-Renaissance, encourages the repair of relationships through the repair of the masculine-feminine dichotomy that arises out of this repair. So, keep listening to this content. keep improving and make the outcomes better for yourself. You be the change you want to see in the world. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Please remember to do all of the following. Like the video for the algorithm. Comment on the video. I respond to all comments and I'll give you a heart. Subscribe and hit the bell so you can see my content on your feed. Check out all of my content on other platforms. It spreads the reach of the channel. YouTube, bit.ly/Helios YouTube. Rumble, bit.ly/Helios Rumble. My blog is realheliosblog.com. My podcast, bit.ly/Helios Podcast. My Patreon, patreon.com/theheliosblog. You can also support the show at bit.ly/Helios donations and buy my books at bit.ly/Helios books. Thank you so much for all of your support.